Arise TV Town Hall. Again, Tinubu stays away as Atiku Obi Kwankwaso attend. Atiku says he will link the labor sector with the education sector. That's a good one, right? So another Arise TV Town Hall meeting was organized, and Tinubu tactically went away, didn't want to join the Town Hall meeting because he had his own reasons, excuses for not attending Town Hall meetings and debates in Nigeria that are organized by neutral platforms to avoid fielding pertinent questions that might reveal his secret and his weakness to the public. The presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Bola Tinubu, has again stayed away from a town hall meeting organized by Arise TV for presidential candidates ahead of the 2023 elections on Sunday. Mr. Tinubu, through his presidential campaign council on Saturday, in a statement indicated that he won't be attending any debate organized by the TV station whom he accused of being biased against him. He also asked his supporters and spokespersons to boycott the TV. However, three candidates, Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, Peter Obi of Labour Party, and Rabiu Kwankwaso of the New Nigerian People's Party, attended the program. Speaking on human capacity development, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, talked about giving incentives to the private sector to create employment. He also said he would link the labor market with the education sector. We have to get our kids educated, but rightly educated, right? By the time you educate them, they'll be available to the private sector, who should be the engine of growth. The private sector is the driver of prosperity in any given economy. The primary responsibility of the public sector is to see how we can incentivize the private sector to make use of these talented young men and women we have produced through our reforms in the education sector. Nigeria's mainstay is agricultural. We just revolutionized our agricultural sector to employ as many people as possible. The best way is to incentivize the private sector, Atiku said. So what is happening here is that Arise TV organized a program, and it was meant for the four main contenders for the 2023 presidential election. Basically, the APC candidate, which is Bola Tinubu, the Labour Party candidate, which is Peter Obi, and then the PDP candidate, which is Atiku Abubakar, and then the NNPP candidate, which is Rabiu Kwankwaso, and on that was on Sunday, and then Tinubu avoided the program, all right, while Kwankwaso, Peter Obi, and Atiku attended. And the reason Tinubu avoided it, he said the TV station is biased against him, right? And also decided not to be attending any program organized by that TV station called Arise TV, and also asked his supporters to always boycott any program organized by the TV station because they are biased against him. I'm sure one of the nightmares everybody, most of the politicians have in Arise TV is the presence of Hussaini Rufai, who will ask you questions to your bone marrows. Unfortunately, these old men that their brains are already fading out cannot stand the presence of that young man. And that is one of the big problems they have. But they wouldn't want to say it. Coupled with the fact that Tinubu has a lot of things in his baggage to answer, which he is not wanting to answer. And that is actually very, very bad for him. All right. Televised town hall meetings are the only way the public can have access to you to see and understand what you know about the problems of the country, or whether you know their perils and where it's pinching them, and then what you are going to do to fix the situation so they can at least live in comfort for once. Unfortunately, Tinubu has refused to attend any of such. Rather, he will go to rallies where they will go and beat band and dance and clap hand and raise broom and sweep the air, and then they come back and they say it was a very successful outing. That is the kind of thing he wants to be doing, where everybody will behave like Agbero, like street boys, and then raise doors and run on the street. But a well constructive arrangement to discuss the issues facing Nigeria, no, he will not attend that one. The next thing, he decided to go to Chatham House in London to wanted to prove that he's not scared of any interview. But again, that Chatham House, that is a different topic to be discussed, turned out to be a show of shame because he couldn't answer questions thrown to him. He was rather delegating other people to answer for him. Somebody like El Rufai was answering for him. So we're asking questions yesterday between Arise TV station that he boycotted and Chatham House interview. Which one is more complex for him? All right, it would have been better. And why is he choosing to go talk to whites when he's not ruling the white? He's going to rule the blacks and Nigerians. Is it not better to talk to Nigerians that you are going to rule so that they understand your position and how you understand their own position as well? All right, rather you went to talk to whites. What is the white man going to do for you? White man will never do anything for you. That is the truth. White man will never do anything for you. So on the other hand, Atiku attended, Obi and Kwankwaso attended, but the issue here, Atiku explained his part. That is what we have here to present. Atiku mentioned how he's going to link the private sector with the education sector. All right. Now he said he's going to incentivize the private sector, that is making it juicy and providing some incentives for the private sectors to survive. All right, and then at the long run, the graduates who are getting out of our educational sector, well-educated graduates, will have a place to be fixed. All right, and then with that, unemployment can be reduced as low as possible. Now, if we take a leaf from countries like USA, Canada, and United Kingdom, and some other European countries, what they do is they give more priority to small and medium scale businesses. All right, because that is where employment is being created, and that is why they have a visa program that allows foreigners to come and foreign entrepreneurs to come and invest, start their small businesses, and then have a commitment of employing at least one or two of their citizens out of the street. And with that, they made it very attractive. If you're able to do that, after a certain number of years, you become a citizen. And people keep rushing into those places to invest their money, and they use it to become their citizens. So those are the kind of program that I expect Nigeria to have. Unfortunately, you cannot start a program incentivizing private sector when the basic infrastructure that will allow those businesses to run are not there. So it's beyond just creating policies as federal government. It's beyond creating policies as federal government. All the infrastructure like road, the security, the energy sector, power, all of that need to be fixed. All right, because you cannot be doing business and you are running petrol, you are running diesel to do your business. How much are you going to make as profit? What is going to be the cost overhead? All right, you might be running deficit. Everything you are doing, if you break even, you thank God. All right, so and right now look at fuel scarcity. That perennial fuel scarcity in Nigeria, a country that has huge reserve of petroleum, both liquid and gaseous petroleum, even solid petroleum, which is cool. We have them in quantum. All right, Nigeria is supposed to be richer than Saudi Arabia or even Abu Dhabi. Unfortunately, because of the half-baked and wicked politicians that we have, we become beggars in our own country. All right, we become beggars in our own country. They say a priest that does not know his right in his father's palace will eventually become a servant, while the servant in the palace will take his place. That is what is happening. The foreigners like the IOCs, foreign oil companies, that are supposed to be our servant, that are supposed to come and work and pay us while we look for other things to do. We are now crawling on our knees to work for them in our own country, and then they pay us peanuts and then take the huge profit and proceed back to their country. And then the remaining ones that are even remitted in Nigeria, politicians will share it among themselves, leaving the populace impoverished. That is not acceptable. That is where this current government has brought us to, and that narrative has to change come 2023. So thank you for listening. It is a situation we find ourselves, Tinubu avoiding town hall meetings in Nigeria, but wanting to attend foreign town hall meetings, and then ended up further disgracing himself in that outing. We will discuss it on a separate platform. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment below.